What the hell just happened? I just lose 30k on one single trade in October. It was on a crude oil, but let's check how this October end for me. So we're gonna jump into the TradeView. It's up like trading journal, okay? And first of all, we're gonna move to the calendar. Let me check. We got the full October 1st to 31. Okay, just apply like this. Before we jump into details, let me show you something. It's a Discord server where our community, ALLinTraders, just meet, discuss. We are making here our live trading session. We just focus on, on the gold, on the stocks, on the indexes, on the forex, on everything what we can do on the market. So yeah, there are a lot of tabs, chats, but in the description of this material, of this video, you will find the link. So just come, discuss with us, talk with us, just learn with us, and we can for sure do many things together. So just check description. But in this tab, Pablo Trades, it's mine area, my zone, and day trading zone is about all my trades which I made over the last few years. So you will find a lot of them just before, after, with the results. Okay, just check this by yourself. Don't believe it, what I'm talking about this. You can just do it by yourself. Just do it, okay? Let's move back to the TradeView application, trading journal, and October. As you can see, I didn't trade every single day because I don't have to, or, the best setup for me. What I mean, I think maybe 95% of the traders made that kind of mistakes, and they are trying to be in a market, be in a trade, because if they got that trade, maybe they gonna earn some of cash. Yeah, and many of you just think like this: if I'm gonna trade, if I'm gonna take another trade, maybe this time it's gonna happen and I'm gonna make my take profit. Yeah, that's a great idea, but it's overtrading. To be honest, it's overtrading. So that's a bad habit, and you shouldn't follow that kind of path because you're gonna lose your money. I don't want to talk about the mindset, about the roller coaster. It's, fuck up. As you can see, I made kind of overtrading. I just took 1, 3, 8, 10 trades during the whole month, October, okay, full month. I just trade Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, didn't trade Thursday and Friday. I didn't take any trade on that day. And I made over $179,000, okay? And at 20, I just lose this one trade on a crude over 13K. Sometimes it's happened, but we have to move on that, bad trades. They're gonna happen, and it's okay. It's normal. It's part of the game. So yeah, the results, as you can see, they are great. But before we keep going, just hit subscribe and drop the, the like, so you don't miss what's coming. Trust me, it's worth, because I'm gonna run the whole series about the AI tools, AI robot that pulls results like this. So yeah, just put the subscription, okay, and follow. But let's move to the details. Okay, we got it. For sure, it's October. Yeah, this is the results. Okay, 10 trades. Okay, but focus on these two parameters: average winning trade, average losing trade. Probably the most important data that you can just follow, and you should focus on this relation between these two. Okay, average winning trade should be much higher than average losing trade. This is example of great relation between two of them. Maybe a few of you guys gonna focus on this accuracy, okay, on this winning trades, because as a trader, of course, everyone want to 100. We want perfect trades, only winning trades. Great, but it's about the marketing. It doesn't matter at all. If you got good relation between the average winning trade and average losing trade, your accuracy can be about 50%, and that's still okay. If you got that kind of relation, your accuracy can be even lower than 50%, and you still will get great result. Okay, it's about the math, not about the simple numbers. So you should think about this. If you took too many trades, just focus on the A+ setups, okay, and they gonna happen like 2, maybe 3 times per week. Okay, that's happened for me. If you take like 10 trades per week, for sure you are greedy, for sure doing overtrading, and maybe it's because you trade on 3, 4, 5, 10 assets, instruments. Okay, so that's a crap. You should focus on maybe 1, 2 instruments. And here you can see in October I just trade fully on S&P. That's the results. S&P as a futures contract, gold as a CFD, and crude oil as a futures contract. It's also gold as a futures contract, but it's kind of same instrument. And why it's important? Because if you're gonna learn how this S&P or gold gonna move, how it's work, fundamentals, details, you can just make kind of relation with asset instrument and about the understanding what's behind the price. If you got 10, let's say it like this, it's something like you just date with 10 girls. You can understand, you can follow up, maybe 1 in a million can, follow this and just move on in a longer perspective. But for average man, we can't do it. Okay, so we should focus on 1 girl, 1 instrument, understand, check everything, learn how it's work, and then we can just make this progression, and then we can get great results, because we don't jump every single trade setup because we just thinking, oh, that's a bullish trend, we're gonna move and we're gonna earn a lot of cash. No, that's a bullshit. So don't do it. Focus on 1, maybe 2 assets. It's enough. 2 instruments. Okay, that's enough. And I'm gonna show you something what's work on the US indexes on the market. It will be kind of strategy, few simple rules, you can follow them, okay, after this video, after this material. So tomorrow you can just draw everything, put everything on your chart and try to use it. So let's move to the charts. I'm gonna use TradeView as a platform to present you everything. Okay, of course, in the description, if you didn't open any kind of account, you don't know what's going on this chart, in description you will get full details. Just check them. Also, you can join to my workshop. That's a free workshop for everyone. I'm gonna just share my knowledge and gonna help you go with good habits to the market and work on the results. So you can join to ALLinTraders, okay, just in the description. But let's back to the chart. First of all, you have to use time zone as mine. I'm from Poland. I'm gonna use UTC +1, okay, that's my time zone. Just made the same, it will be simple for you. And we're gonna use this vertical line and focus at 2 a.m. Just gonna draw this line. Okay, we got this. The second we have to put at 9 a.m. okay, that's our 2 vertical line. We can say it's kind of course session, okay, it's time of session, but we have to define and use 3 control points in this zone, okay, in this session between 2 and 9 a.m. First point will be opening in this area, okay, so we got open right here on this bearish candle. The second point, it will be the lowest point, which we can just see probably is here or here, probably this one is better. It's the lowest point and the highest point. That's our 3 points which we should draw, okay? And we're gonna connect them with this Fibo extension, okay? Fibo extension tool. I'm gonna mark the first point. Yeah, that's a little bit lower. That's the second point and the highest point in this session. That was really simple. Yeah, 3 points, opening, low and highest point. And now you can see this kind of dot level. Just go to the details. It's about the 1. Okay, use this set. Of course, you can just draw the dash line, just simple line. I just use dot line. It's better for me, but whatever, you can just use what you want. What we're gonna do with this, you know, few things on our chart. We got the session, okay, we got this 3 points, and we got this level. But for what? What the reason is? So the reason why we put this level on our chart, because after 9 a.m. price should move into this level. We call this level as a target. In our ALLinTraders community, we use this strategy, this mechanism on the market on S&P, Dow Jones, Russell, Nasdaq, okay? Remember that. We use it as a target. So if the price just after 9 a.m. open just above this level, price should just drop. If we got open just below this level, our price should move up. That's so simple, okay? So first of all, you can check how this perspective, how this kind of strategy and setup work, and how many times and how fast it happened that price just dropped to this level. Okay, that's the first thing. About the indexes, we have to focus on the few more things. After 4 p.m. for my time zone, okay, it's about 30 minutes after opening on New York session. It's like this, 30 minutes after. We just draw it correctly. Yeah, perfect. So I'm just gonna move to 3 minutes time frame because we need more details about this. And look at this. If at 4 p.m. or just before we got kind of attack about the top of the day or lowest point of the day, it should be in US session, okay? It should be in normal regular US session hours. If we got that kind of move, so it was the highest point of the day, and during the opening at the US session we got this kind of aggressive move and new highest of the day. Perfect. It doesn't happen every day, but it's gonna happen, I think, maybe 3-4 times per week, okay? On our instruments, on our assets. As I said, Dow Jones, S&P, Nasdaq, Russell. Check this. And if we got that kind of move, we have to wait for aggressive sellers because we are on the top. If we get the situation on the bottom, we should wait for the aggressive buyers. But what we're gonna see here, I'm gonna make this kind of move, okay? I didn't change my trade, and I can show you this trade I made. Let me just check. It was here. Oh, yeah, it's Dow Jones. Okay, you can see this trade's just made. I present it, so on a Discord for our community, and we made live trading about this. It's on a YouTube for sure, but let's back to the details. So guys, we got this aggressive sellers jump into the market, but can you see there are aggressive sellers? So we see the bearish candle. So our AI tools show us when they gonna jump with huge order. So we're gonna wait for that kind of confirmation. If we're gonna see it, that's why we can just think about this. Okay, sellers on the market, they just jump in with cash, with contracts, because we are on a futures contract, so we can follow them. And if it's happened, our target will be the same as before, our dotted level. I said it just before, it's our target. So if we got this situation, new high just around the US session, around the 4 p.m. for my time zone, that's great. That's, we are a little bit closer to the A setup, A setup, but we still need the confirmation. And just put another candle, we got another bearish candle, but we don't see any confirmation from AI that we got detected kind of huge order of sellers. So we have to wait. But now, you see this dot? So now we know there was the volume area, perfect. We got the sellers jump into the market and we want to be in a trade. And I could make this trade right here, but I just put the limit order because on a futures contract, it's much better for me. And what about the stop loss? What about the take profit? So the take profit is the simple, because we know where is the target. We can just draw it. But our stop loss is not above the zone, above the candle, above the fair value gap, imbalance, swing high, moving average. No. Our stop loss depends on this full zone, this our space which we got through our take profit. So if I got here like 10 points, for example, my stop loss will be at 5 points. This kind of relation. Why? Because I want to take the trades with risk to reward 2 to 1. That's so simple. So I don't have to manage my stop loss, maybe here, maybe on this candle, maybe there. No. It depends on this relation to the take profit. So let's move on with the candle. Another bearish candle, but we are not in a trade. I should say that I try and be in a trade after 4 p.m. Not before. Just all trade on S&P, on Nasdaq. I just took them after 4 p.m. For me, it's much better because, after this kind of storm of the opening on US session. So I'm just waiting this 30 minutes, and after that I just looking this setup and try to jump in. So let's move on. How it's work. Not open. Oh, another one. And we got open trade. And just check what's going on there. Price just hit our target, and look at this. AI give us information that the buyers come into the market on this zone, on this candle. They are trying aggressively go into the market, and let's see what's happened. They are fighting, but yeah, look at this zone. they are fighting, and one more time buyers jump in. So simple, but for sure to take that trade, to get that kind of confirmation about the volume, you have to know order flow, footprint, you have to follow it, or you have to use our AI tools. If you want to know something more about this, check the description in the materials, and see you guys.